there's a need. If we feel like we're filling a need, I think you guys feel that way too with the events you do, is everybody needs more attention for their business. There's never really a bad time to get attention on your business from a crowd of people that are local, that could all be customers for you. So it's really cool. We feel like we're filling a need there with the sponsorships.
This is the Startup Junkies podcast. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the Startup Junkies podcast. Thank you for tuning in however and wherever you're tuning in from. I'm your host, Daniel Koonce, and I'm joined today by my co-host, Caleb Talley. Caleb, how are you doing today?
It's a lovely day in paradise.
It sure is. We're at the Go Rogue studio recording today's podcast, and we're joined by our two friends, Thomas and Patrick from the Patio Community. How are you guys doing today?
Good, man.
Amazing.
Thanks for having us.
Happy to be here.
Pat. Sorry. Pat and Thomas.
Pat.
Yeah, and Travis.
And Travis Turner.
T-Bone.
T-Bone.
Yeah,
Thank you for
that's
joining
whatever
us.
we're going with.
I'm getting rid of
I'll
the waste
understand
in
it.
my life, so I've gotten rid of the Rick and just Pat now. It's cool with me.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, thank you guys for joining us. The way we like to typically start these episodes, tell us your Wolverine X-Men's origin story. Start from the beginnings. How'd you get here today?
Awesome.
Who begat
Wow.
section.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay. Me personally or the business that we're
Let's
talking
start
about
about
today? Okay, cool. Born in Rogers, raised in Tyler, Texas, came back to Arkansas about 10 years ago. I got into real estate. I took a gap year after high school to figure out what I wanted to do and never went back to school. So I'm a no college guy and got into real estate and have progressed in that career to the point now, shameless plug, we started our own brokerage, co-founded a brokerage called Front Porch Real Estate last month. So we're brand new as of 2025. Thank you very much. And about 4 years ago, we started doing these social events called Patio Socials. That's what we're here to talk about. And it's been really fun. I've got a beautiful wife and 4 kids together. Which is crazy.
Wow.
And so all that keeps me busy. It's the reason that I'm not playing fantasy football right now.
Right.
I got other things.
You got
So
bigger
that was a tough
priorities.
decision to make. But in a nutshell, that's how I got here.
Yeah.
I just made my wife join my league, so at least I wouldn't be the last place.
Nice. And then she starts beating you.
She's going to take her anger out on you.
Yeah,
Definitely.
All right, Thomas, hit us with your origin story.
Yes. So my Batman origin story is I was born in Houston, Texas, lived in Corpus Christi for a while, and then lived in Tyler, Texas, and then moved back to Corpus Christi for my dad's work. Family really grew up there, and that's where we were to elementary school, junior high, and high school. I graduated high school in 2020, crazy year, COVID year, got pushed into the adult world. Was never set on college, dabbled in, business degree, kinesiology, couple of those things. And I just never latched onto it.
Mm-hmm.
So I heard about my cousin who's up in Northwest Arkansas selling real estate. And I talked to him. He was older than me, a little bit wiser, a lot wiser. He knew what he was doing. So I was trying to learn from him. I got my real estate license down in Texas. Didn't go as I'd planned. And one day Pat hit me up while I was asking him for wisdom and was like, dude, you need to move up to Northwest Arkansas. I'll show you the ropes. It's awesome. Move up here. And I was like, oh, cool. Yeah, let me go. Think about it. So then I think called him a couple days or something. I was like, heck yeah, let's do it. So came to visit up here. And actually, fun fact, when I first came to visit up here, was a patio social at Pinnacle Heights Apartments.
Yeah.
It was great.
Nice.
I had a good time. Won too many drink tickets when I was up here.
Right.
Is that what sold you?
Yeah, it was
It was
great.
really the
Sold.
buzz of the night.
Yeah.
You're like, I love it here. It's awesome.
Yeah, but it moved. It was just, he kind of was showing me what it's all about, and the patio social was just the perfect way to encapsulate what NWA is all about, which is community and growth, and that's what the patio social is about. And I moved up here, got my real estate license. Jumped around at a couple brokerages, but right now I'm at Gibson Real Estate. Another shameless plug. We're enemies
Go
right
for
now.
it.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
We love each other. And slinging houses left and right. So
Yeah, that's why we got you on opposite sides of the table.
Yeah,
so like a
exactly.
fight doesn't break out.
you got to give us like a thumbnail that says like versus, we're angry, UFC style.
Yeah. So tell the audience, what is the Patio Community and specifically Patio Socials?
Yeah, for sure. So Patio Community, we're a group of individuals that network around Northwest Arkansas. We started doing this, like I said, about 4 years ago. Really, we started hosting events in 2021 after COVID and have progressed. And 2 years ago, we were told by our friend Brittany Simon, who you guys know, like, what are you guys doing? You need to brand this and create something out of the social. You shouldn't just be calling it whatever happy hour. And so Patio Social itself was born at that point, and she created a nice design for us and colors, and she even encouraged us to get an Instagram. So I'm really plugging Brittany right now. Thank you very much, Brittany. But encouraged us to get an Instagram account. We said, what are we going to post on Instagram? And so, long story short, we're now pushing 4,000 followers on Instagram, which is cool. That's a cool accomplishment. So, but we host social, fun networking events each month, and we call them Patio Social. We have awesome local businesses that sponsor us, and we bounce around Northwest Arkansas. We've been in Fayetteville. We're a lot in Rogers and Bentonville, and we try to hit local spots, so breweries, restaurants, bars, and it's the funnest. It's not a word, but it's the most fun networking event you can participate in. Yeah. Besides Startup Crawl, I guess. So that would be our...
It's like right over
we'd have to get to that point. Yeah, they're like,
neck and neck.
people talk about us kind of in the same, in the same realm. But that's what we do. And we've started doing awesome spin-off events. We were just at Birdie and Brew and Rogers doing a fun golf challenge event. So we've just got a really cool community around us. We have a Facebook group called the NWA Patio Community that you can join and just kind of see what we're all about. But it's a really fun time. It's very intentional for those who are new to town, looking to make friends or connections, people looking for jobs, but really for small business owners, self-employed individuals that are just trying to make new connections and grow their referral networks.
Yeah.
So for our listeners, take us through kind of like what that looks like for an attendee. Do they buy a ticket? Is it what do the drink tickets associated with that? Talk us through a little bit about the experience.
Perfect. Yeah. So the big Patio Social event we do each month, once a month, is free to the community, and we encourage everybody to come out. So we have usually about 200 people out to a venue. And that's been amazing. And it's free to attend. And so part of the sponsorship is we cover the first round of drinks for everybody. And so we're really thankful to all of our sponsors for participating in the events that we do. But we're able to provide a first round of drinks and then some awesome giveaways for the crowd as well. So when they show up, it's music, it's fun, it's giveaways, it's connection, and it's drinks as well. We only encourage one drink. Whatever you drink after that is cool, but that's we're not liable for that. So
right.
No, but it's really fun, and we've tried some different things. There's a lot of icebreaker opportunities and stuff for people to just come in. They don't know anybody, and meet people, and it's just a really fun time. And we're consistently told that it's a very fun event, and networking can be a little mundane at times, right?
Sure
Sometimes you run into, and so that part's been the coolest part.
So in terms of, I guess, from a business structure, the revenue generation is primarily sponsorship.
Yeah, sponsorship. And then with our spinoff, our exclusive events, we do ticketed sales to those as well, which is a part of it. And we sell awesome merch as well, which is a huge whopping maybe 2% of our revenue. But our Patio Sippers swag, these are our Patio Sippers hats. We went to a place called TXAR, Tar House is what they call themselves in Rogers, a few years ago. And the lady that runs the place was like, hey, those patio sippers are coming out. And so we kind of made that like our mascot thing. And then awesome. I'm also wearing our Sugar Spice and Patio Nights
I like that
crew neck sweater that Thomas's girlfriend Cassidy came up with and designed for us.
She did.
And so we sell some products and stuff. But yeah, it's mostly sponsorship is kind of what we focus on.
Yeah. Tell me about the team. I guess we have your girlfriend on board to help you design stuff.
So that's kind of the cool thing about the Patio Social is like it's led by our fearless leader, Patrick. I have since actually no Rick, just Pat. Since this last year, I focused a lot on real estate. So the kind of running joke within the patio community is that Thomas kind of just shows up for the fun parts. I'm just kind of there to support. But it's really a community with the events, but also with, how they've progressed and grown. Because we Juan Miller, the guy who does our websites, we were at Loma 2024, I think, and we were busting out the seams. It was like the first really big event, and we were at basically that we were using a free sign-in platform, and Juan came up and was like, hey, I can fix this problem for you guys. And we're like, okay, cool, yeah. And he was like, no, like seriously, I can do it. So then we talked to them, and he made the website. And I mean, there's countless other names. I mean, Dell, Tyler, Dave Johnson. I mean, who else? There's so many people that have really jumped.
Travis Smith.
Yes, Travis Smith.
Isaac Hunter. Yeah,
Isaac Hunter.
So the story on Juan is interesting. Him and Juan Miller and Dell Tyler have now come together and formed a media agency called Form and Flow. They're awesome. But we had a big event at Loma. I think it just caught something on social media because it was a lot bigger than what we were expecting.
We were giving away the PS5. That's what it was. And it was big at that time.
And so we were using a sign-in platform that only allowed for 100 sign-ins, and we were pushing that number quickly. And Juan came in and actually introduced himself to me at that event and said, by the way, I've built out a website for you guys. It's awesome. I'm going to give it to you. And then also I can fix this sign-in thing. And so we've had a lot of instances like that where it's just been like, just people stepping up to help. So I would consider him part of the team for sure. And Thomas he's a recognizable figure. He's kind of infamous around the socials.
Good looking face around there.
I love having him around. Yeah.
Eye candy, right?
Yeah. That's hiding a little bit.
And then behind the scenes as well, my wife Emily's incredible. She's a part of everything that we do, and she's when she shows up, she is definitely the star of the show as well. So we have some good people on deck. It works well. We're making it work. You know, we could use some interns, by the way. We'd love to talk to you guys about that.
I would love to help you.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
we know. We have an in at the university, so
I kind of figured as much. Yeah. Shameless plug to you guys as well. About a year and a half ago, I we already knew each other, Daniel.
Thank you.
DK.
There's still the end of my names.
I call him Neil.
So we had already been connected, but I submitted a form just like everybody else does as Startup Junkie and got connected with Matthew Ward. And he's given me so much advice. He helped us with ideas on merch and layering our sponsorships to be really easy for businesses to come in. So I know this is the Startup Junkie podcast. I just have to say I've used your services regularly, talked to Matthew a bunch, and he's been insanely good at just giving us advice on the direction to go. So if that means anything to you guys,
mark that as a testimony.
Yeah, for sure.
And we'll also make a testimony about how fun the events are. We sponsored 2 of your guys' events this past year. The first one was at the Leroy Lounge, where we walked in, and the entire time Caleb, Ignacio, and I just bowled and played darts the entire time. So we were just having fun.
I won, by the way.
Yeah, Caleb won. No, Ignacio won.
No, I won the darts.
Okay, you won the darts. I won the bowling, I think.
But it was like round 2 is in order.
But it was just
It
was really cool to come to a networking event, and I kind of said this off camera, and like not necessarily like to set things up, but just enjoy it.
Yeah,
you guys provided that for us, so we appreciate it.
Appreciate the sponsorship.
Seriously, come to the events, guys.
And to speak to kind of the team piece and the contributions y'all have gotten from folks around the ecosystem, I feel like that's just a testament to Northwest Arkansas in and of itself. And I'm obviously biased. I don't have a lot to compare it to. But I feel like that is just an integral part of this community, in that you will have somebody come up and say, hey, I just built you a new website. You can have it. Or just like, what can I do to help? Or, this is you're adding value to me. How can I add value to you? And I like to think that is pretty much part of the DNA of Northwest Arkansas.
It's made what we have right now. It's created what we have. It's been people stepping up just to offer and help. And there's so many guys that do media stuff for us. It's just incredible. So
it's like your team is a community.
Boom. Yeah.
Interesting. We should call ourselves Patio Community.
That would be cool. That'd be a cool name. Well, I was reading your guys' website. I was reading you guys do, over 24 events a year. You have 2,000 members. What happens when somebody comes up to you and you guys forget their name? What's the strategy?
Oh, I forgot your name. What's your name? Gotta be honest about it.
What's up, guys?
What up, big dog?
If you see them again and just say bro, or don't even acknowledge them, it's too far at that point where it's awkward. You gotta just humble yourself, say, I totally forgot your name. I'm sorry.
Because
I don't remember this time.
I can call you Travis.
Yeah. Call me Travis.
Because once you say bro, you've crossed the line of I know your name. We're bros now.
We're homies. And now I look like an idiot.
You can't go back.
Ask you what your name is after 2 weeks. It's awkward.
Yeah. Pat, do you have the same strategy?
I think no. Thomas is so forward. It's amazing. I think my idea is always to remember something about them, what they do, and begin a conversation around that, and then go, oh, remind me your name one more time. to prove that I do remember you and I remember what we talked about and our experience together. I just don't remember your name. So like, oh, how are things at Startup Junkie? Yeah, I remember. And then, hey, what was your name again? Caleb, that's right. You know what I mean? That type of thing. So
the Dale Carnegie method, which is, it's old, but is to repeat the name multiple times.
How to Win Friends.
Yeah. And he had a book that was just specifically, it was real thin, worth reading or listening to. Super thin, quick read, specifically around remembering names. And it's just like his proven, 100-year-old strategy.
That's awesome.
And that's a key piece to it, of just like repeating it, making a joke about what it rhymes with, like with the person, just associating it with something.
That would be a cool book to be about to our members.
Actually,
honestly. That would be a cool gift.
That's a value add. Startup Junkie.
Thanks for adding value to our lives right there.
Can I count that as a metric?
Well, and it's funny, we talked about like Thomas's first time up here was during, he came up and visited from Texas during one of our socials, and it was a little chaotic, but I mean, he probably remembered 30 to 40 names and still knows all the people that he met just from his visit up here. So
you got to come with an objective, to remember the names, because if you don't, then you're not going to remember it. You got to actually try. And you got to remember names.
Yeah.
Are you an entrepreneur or an aspiring entrepreneur looking to get plugged into the ecosystem? We host a ton of events designed for education, inspiration, and collaboration, from weekly meetups to quarterly events like pitch competitions and annual events like our marquee event, the Startup Crawl, which is the largest startup party in Arkansas. Check out our event page on our website, sign up, and we'll see you there.
Well, speaking of gifts, tell us a little bit about the giveaways you guys do. We mentioned you gave away a PS5 earlier. Tell us about the progression, because one of the more recent ones I went to, it wasn't just one giveaway. It was a lot of really cool stuff. So how did that all start?
Yeah, we the idea for the big giveaway actually came from our past company, Harris Heights. Greg Harris had this awesome idea to give away a PS5, and we give him all the credit for that. They said, hey, well, we'll sponsor the event, and let's give something awesome away. And so he really sparked that idea to do a big giveaway. And I just thought that was amazing, because how does, one item that people want to win encourage so many people to want to show up and participate? Just like social media giveaways and stuff. It's like, I'll go for that, right? Like, I'm getting a drink, I'm getting fun, and I could win a PS5. Mind you, that was right when the new college football game came out on PS5. So it was a lot of people were wanting to play this game. So it was perfect. But we've given away PS5. We've done iPads, TVs, and back to Greg, the electric scooter. Just incredible, like fun. And the tech giveaway is fun because I think anyone can use it or gift it, right? You do a vacation, maybe someone can't fit that in their schedule. So that's kind of what we leaned into. And then, exactly. And I've joked that I'll keep the giveaways for sure if the winner's not there. But, and then a lot of our sponsors have stepped up just to give away gift cards to local businesses and stuff, and try to kind of drive more traffic to local businesses as well. So, but the giveaway has been a really cool, exciting thing. And again, it's just it's exciting, it's fun, it's part of the event. It keeps people interacting and excited, and it keeps them listening to the sponsor spiels as well, because that's the fun part of the event now, right? So it's really kind of doubled down like that.
Keeps them there.
It keeps them right.
You got to be there to win.
Keeps people there.
If you go to an event, you'll see Pat spin the wheel probably like 10 times, getting through all the people that left.
People that left. So, a lot of people don't know to stay, man.
We rather just show up for that free drink and bounce.
We did a pitch competition last night, and somebody came up to us beforehand and said, hey, do I have to stay the entire time to win the prize? And we were like, obviously. She ended up winning the whole thing.
No way.
And so I'm like, thank goodness you stayed, because you won the prize.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's cool. Well, it seems like sponsors are a big part of what you guys do. Tell us a little bit about those communications. How do you start that conversation with a potential sponsor?
Mostly all of our sponsors come from the events themselves. People show up, they're there to network. So really, it feeds us in that way, which is really cool. So we require all of our sponsors to attend a social before becoming a sponsor, just because it's really hard to explain what we're doing. It's hard to explain that you're having fun at an event. It's kind of, you had to be there, right? So But that's how we start the conversation, and we have different tiers of sponsorship as well. So I'm kind of the outreach guy. I do a lot of the conversations around sponsorships, and we connect. So our Facebook group is super impactful for that as well. It's how we connect with a lot of individuals. So the majority of my time is spent in the Facebook DMs and communicating with people there. And then we have an amazing presentation put together to explain sponsorships as well. Is that what you're asking about?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So we've maxed out our sponsorships in the co-host level, which is our tier 2, for the year, which is awesome. And we have a lot of demand for that spot. And we have some openings for going into the new year for our club member spot, which is the tier 3. And then you guys will hold the marquee spot for a few events next year. Spoiler alert.
We're doing that next year for a couple events, by the way.
We can edit that out if that changes. Okay, guys. No, but y'all have been great. And
I brought my checkbook.
That spot.
Yeah. Pay him now.
That was your vacation money, buddy. I'm so sorry. You are not going on vacation. But yeah, so it's really easy. So to answer your question, to get tied in, a message to us or to join our group on Facebook is the easiest way to kind of get the ball rolling on sponsorship talk.
It's a lot, I'm sure a lot more refreshing to have that kind of inbound interest from potential sponsors as opposed to really kind of hitting the block and having to, to your point about having that space for them to engage in the funnest part, they can just really, it's palpable, it's tangible, they're involved in it, they experience the fun themselves, as opposed to trying to pitch them on a sponsorship where it's like, I promise it's going to be
so much fun. You're going to get so much value out of it. I swear.
Trust me.
Your logo's going to be right there. It's going to be great. People are going to see it. You might get some phone calls.
They got to catch the bug. They got to go and feel the energy for themselves.
That's what I noticed immediately when I started having more conversations was, all right, you have to be there, and then let's talk about it. So it's really just an invite to come hang out and have fun. There's a need. We feel like we're filling a need. I think you guys feel that way too with the events you do. Is everybody needs more attention for their business. There's never really a bad time to get attention on your business from a crowd of people that are local, that could all be customers for you. So it's really cool. We feel like we're filling a need there with the sponsorships.
Yeah, especially adding the fun aspect to it. Like some of the network events we do, they're very networky. I come and we talk about business. Yeah. But I've gone to your events before where I'll see somebody who I've met before and I'll ask them literally about their personal life, which I do at networking events. But I'm like, so like, what do you do for fun? Like, what are your hobbies?
It takes the pressure off.
It really does.
You don't have to lead with what do you do. Not that that's a bad question, but sometimes it's like
it feels a little less transactional.
Yeah. You just want some.
So what can you do for me? Type of thing. Yeah,
exactly.
I'm curious from a business model perspective. So the revenues, primarily through sponsorships. Yeah. Have you walk us through, I guess, like the thought process in terms of, and I don't know the answer to this. So is it a for-profit model or is it a nonprofit model?
For-profit model. We tested the waters with that, trying to figure out what we're going to do. One thing that we're going to do in the nonprofit space is do a nonprofit partner that you benefit financially from the events that we host. So
we're a 501c3.
Yeah. Which is a good point, actually. But it encouraged us to maybe feature different nonprofits throughout the year. So we're going to lean into that in the next season. We're excited about that. And I think we have 45 suggestions right now, potential nonprofits. So we're going to sift through that a little bit. And
some homework to do.
Yeah, I got a little homework to do, but I forgot what the question. Oh, and we just decided at this point that it's a for-profit model and that we could benefit the community in different ways doing it that way. So
because I know with companies we've worked with in the past and just founders kind of trying to make that determination, especially when there's kind of a sponsorship element or a contribution element of trying to thread the needle with like, does it make more sense to be a nonprofit to just trade, tax liability benefits to a sponsor versus just having that engagement that they trade. So now that can be a challenging decision
for sure.
But
it's something we're continuing to look at. I mean, seriously, and it's been a big learning curve for me to be able to look at where are we taking the patio. I mean, it's a group of people that have fun at different restaurants and bars. Like, is that a business? You know what I mean? So definitely big decisions to make moving forward with how we're just going to progress as a business. And even if we are for profit and continue to go that route as we go along, to be able to benefit nonprofits, really benefit people in need and serve different needs in the community as well. Of course, we'd love to be able to turn around and do that.
And I feel like it gives you a little more legs for scalability and looking as you look to potentially, enter a new market or even just branch out different aspects of the business itself. You kind of have a little bit more flexibility as opposed to being kind of, hamstrung into having to fit that mold. For sure. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll have to lean a little bit more on Startup Junkie for decisions to be made in the future.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
So you guys have been at it for 4 years, correct?
Yeah.
What do the next 4 to 5 years look like for you guys?
Dang, man. So I kind of made a joke about, getting interns earlier. I do think we have the ability to grow the team quite a bit over the next few years. And really, the way we've built the business, I think every startup, has this struggle a little bit, is I've taken a lot onto my own shoulders without being able to delegate in the right ways. So planning and scheduling events, as well as even to the point of emceeing events, having other people on board that are able to handle that. And I know there's a lot of people that are talented and able to take the spotlight, right?
Setting up tripods before an event.
Yeah, exactly. We can have setup team, we can have scheduling teams and stuff like that. I mean, it would be silly for me to think that I'm even the best person to hold the microphone at the event in the first place. So we'd love to bring on some team members that can really grow the brand by hosting events and holding the events. And that'll give us the ability to either... We haven't decided if we're hosting more and more events in our area or if we're branching to another market or something like that. So that's definitely a discussion to have as we go. But man, y'all are asking the tough questions. I should have written my 10-year goals down before this. But that's at least for now, it's delegation and it's growing the team. That's what we're focused on.
And as you look at potentially expanding or, whether you're here or outside the market, setting up shop in Kansas City or Dallas or wherever, are there any other patio communities, or who are your competitors in those spaces? Like, who are you looking at when you go into a potential community and say, oh, well, they're already there, or they're not doing this way? Like, there's room for us to kind of like make our space here.
Mm-hmm. We got a buddy in Dallas. Mm-hmm. I'd say he's an ally, right? He's more of a friend. We've tossed ideas off him. My girlfriend Cassidy, who designed those, she's awesome. She met him at one of his events. It's called Case of the Mondays. It's extremely similar idea. There's just less networking, more just go have fun. But it was like a Christmas event. She went there, bought a ticket, had a great time, and then met the owner, whose name is Kevin. And she was like, "You need to talk to Patrick." So then Pat and Kevin and I hopped on a call and talked, and we've kind of talked with him a little bit about it. But yeah, I don't know if we can call them enemies. I don't know.
Yeah.
We believe in collaboration.
Yeah, I think the way to be too, and just being willing to ask the questions. We always encourage folks from our client base that are trying to, they might hit a pain point or like, I don't know how to do this. It's like, well, go buy them coffee. Talk to them. More times than not, they're gonna answer your questions, give you let you pick their brain for a little bit.
Glad you brought up Kevin. So he's in Dallas, and his is really an awesome social group. But he had a kind of a similar realization to us. Is like, hey, nobody's doing anything on Mondays. And you think, well, an event on Monday, come on, I mean, no one's going to show up. But he's really had some awesome, fun social hours. I would say our biggest competition is more social clubs. But we're kind of a networking social club. So we're kind of our own niche in that. I don't think here there's really many, there's nobody that does exactly what we do. We're starting to see some potential competitors, which is fun for us because that means collaboration in the future. But yeah, if we were to look in Kansas City, or really what we would look for is marketing partners to push our events out, because it's really hard to say, that people are not going to show up to a free event that's offering something of value in the first place. So I don't think we would have competition from a sense of feeling like we would fail in a market. It's just how big and how great we could get.
I feel like, you filled that gap, because there are networking events and there are social events. You fit that middle gap. Hey, we're a networking and social event. So, So we asked you guys to look ahead into the future earlier. Now we want you to look in the past. Thomas, we'll start with you on this one. If you had a time machine, you could go back in time and give your younger self a piece of advice, what would it be?
What would you tell young T-Bone?
What would you tell T-Bone?
What would I tell myself? Look for opportunities in the relationships you have. I think that's been a defining characteristic of my life within the last couple of years. Is God has brought whatever you believe in. But he's brought a lot of opportunities to me through people. And I think he uses people. And I think just telling myself to just trust people, especially the ones that are wiser than you, that are going to bring you opportunities, and you just got to have the strength to be able to capitalize on them.
Yeah. That's
Amen.
Yeah. That's good advice. Pat?
That's cool. Yeah. Glad Tom said that, because he trusted in me to move here, which was amazing a couple years back. And now he's got a great career happening. He's got a girlfriend who's serious with. He's got this kind of life that he's created just off of saying yes to an opportunity. And so I agree with you.
Yeah.
People bring opportunities, and connections bring opportunities. Boy, what would I say? I was going to say, I thought you were going to ask the question if I could change something in the past.
If you want to
I would
change
say,
it, you already had the time machine. So.
I would say Darren McFadden gets the Heisman. I mean, come on. My childhood
that
hero.
buy some more land.
My dad would say, he lived in Rogers. He would say, invest more in Walmart. Stock. Man, I love that. I would say trust in the Lord. And I would say bad things that happen in our lives teach us valuable lessons to take the lesson from the bad things that happen. That's always been the case for me, and you'll always come out the other side better if you learn the lesson from what happened, be it an unfortunate incident or what.
Yeah, it's really good advice.
Thank you.
So if any of our listeners want to learn more about you guys or Patio Community, where should they go?
Okay. PatioCommunity.com. You can see all of our events. You can join our newsletter. You can read up about us. Facebook group is the most active as far as connecting with other individuals, especially if you're like, I'm not sure I can make it to an event. Facebook group, NWA Patio Community. We're at about 4,500 members local, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And then I mentioned the Instagram at Patio Community. We do video content and promote all of our events there. We also do giveaways. We're doing some giveaways with the Walton Arts Center. We do AMP tickets, some fun stuff like that. Just following us on socials and stuff like that. And if you want to follow our brand new real estate brokerage, Front Porch NWA on Instagram as well. We're actually doing a giveaway now. So yeah, check it out. But anyways, that's where you can find us. Yeah. And Thomas, where are you most active?
Dude, DM me. If you have my number, text me. But man, find me on socials, Instagram, Facebook. Yeah. If you reach out to Patrick and ask for me, he'll send you my way. That's DMs or reach out.
Yeah. We'll make sure to link everything in the show notes. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we'll remind our audience, check out the Patio Community website, Facebook, Instagram, and to check out the Startup Junkies podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube.
Thanks, guys.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, appreciate it.
If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to share with a friend. Subscribe and review because it matters to us and we want to hear from you. If you're interested in learning how to work with us, check out the information below. See you next week.